song song. You no concern, this is your turn. Yeah. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. Good morning, 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 good Friday morning to each and every one of you. What up to the posse near and far? Happy to have you tuned in to Good Morning Grenada this morning. To all the viewers and listeners logged on this morning, thank you so much for choosing us to wake up on a good Friday morning. The folks on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11 and 20. Good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7, and the viewers on the Party Grenada and Go to Fet's Facebook pages and Party Grenada's website. Happy to have you joining us on this fantastic, fabulous, futuristic Friday morning, February 26th, 2021. Let's start. It's time for this morning's Good Morning Grenada. It's time for this morning's word of the day. This morning's word of the day is frumious. Frumious. It's spelled F-R-U-M-I-O-U-S, frumious. It's an adjective which means very angry. The adjective frumious is one of Lewis Carroll's whimsical creations, appearing in his nonsense poem Jabberwocky in Through the Looking Glass in 1871. Carroll, in a preface he wrote to a later poem, The Hunting of the Snark, 1856, where frumious is also used. Etymologized frumious as a blend of fuming and furious. This morning's word of the day, a blend of fuming and furious, and you get frumious, an adjective which means very angry. An example of the use of the word from the poem Jabberwocky. Beware the Jabberwocky, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub-jub bird, the shun, the frumious bandersnatch. Another example of the use of the word, as the weeks passed, the frumious language that his supporters used all sounded more and more like the outcry of people sure that they would be cheated of their due and ready to strike the hardest blow that a well-turned period would allow. Now that's this morning's word of the day, frumious. F-R-U-M-I-O-U-S, an adjective which means very angry. So if you're fuming and you're furious, you are frumious. Okay, I got it. I'll be using it today. Somebody go fret me today and I'll be frumious. As you go about your Friday and you go about your weekend, actually, the thought that I want you to carry into the weekend is, sometimes the most ordinary things could be made extraordinary simply by doing them with the right people. Sometimes the most ordinary things could be made extraordinary simply by doing them with the right people. Spend time with the right people this weekend. And that's what I want you to do. We're still in COVIDious times, COVID-19 protocols in full effect, but we can still spend time with our immediate family, the people in our household, whether it's a games night, a movie night, go for a walk, spend a few hours on the beach, whatever it is. I want to encourage each and every one of us to spend time with the right people this weekend. Not fetting or spending alone time. We've had enough of that over the past year because of COVID. Spend quality time with the right people, whether it's family, whether it's a best friend that you haven't seen in a while, whether it's aunts and uncles and cousins. Just keep the COVID-19 protocols in place, but spend time with the right people. Whatever you want to do, do it. Sometimes the most ordinary things could be made extraordinary simply by doing them with the right people. It's Touch Base Weekend. We're going to call it Touch Base Weekend. Every now and then I have to remind us, to keep in touch and spend quality time with each other. All right, let's see what's celebrated today on this fantastic Friday. Today, it is Skip the Straw Day. Skip the Straw Day. Let me repeat it. Skip the Straw Day. In light of the ongoing battle against global warming and plastic pollution, we'll take this holiday to consider whether we really need that whimsical plastic tube in order to enjoy our favorite beverages. We can slurp more down by just going straight for the glass's edge anyway. Straws and other plastic cause harm to marine life in many ways. Birds, fish, and other sea life consume plastics accidentally or when they mistake it for food. Plastics do not biodegrade. They break down into smaller and finer microscopic pieces. When plastics break down, they produce a gas which interferes with reproductive systems in marine life. So today, skip the straw. Whatever you're drinking, skip the straw. I make it a duty to skip the straw. Do that especially today, even if you're a strawer. Even if you're a strawer, skip the straw today. There are many places that actually offer biodegradable straws, those made with cardboard and other material not made of plastics. Skip that too, a matter of fact. Skip the straw completely. Better safe than sorry. Just skip the straw today, even if it's just for one day. And you may just save at least one animal. I've seen video with turtles with straws stuck in their noses and other sea life, birds. Skip the straw completely today, specifically on Skip the Straw Day, the 4th Friday of February. Skip it today. Save an animal's life, whether it's plastic or not. Skip it. All right, information time. Let's see. Right, a reminder. Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell will take center stage this morning in a live interview that will be broadcast live on GBN's platforms. That interview is scheduled to start at 9 a.m. with the nation's leader, so be sure to tune in to hear from him on various topics, including the vaccination program, COVID-19, and other matters of national importance. That live interview takes place 9 a.m. will be carried live on GBN platforms, so stay tuned for that, which, by the way, means there is no To The Point program this morning as we facilitate the airing of the live interview with the nation's leader. And finally, before we go to the news, cricket, some sad, disappointing news for the Windward Island fans. In the second semi-final of the regional Super 50 tournament last night, Guyana Jaguars defeated the Windward Island Volcanoes by 95 runs, which means the Guyana Jaguars are into the final of the tournament and they will face off against the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. The final of the tournament is scheduled for 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday. It will be carried live on Classic 105.5, 105.9. During the round-robin stage of the tournament, Trinidad and Tobago finished top of the table and Guyana was second on the table. So those are the top two teams from the round-robin stage of the competition. The only match that Guyana lost during the round-robin stage was against Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. Let's see if history would repeat itself when the final takes place tomorrow afternoon, 1:30 p.m., Classic 105.5, 105.9. The third place playoff between the Windward Island Volcanoes and the Jamaica Scorpions. The memory. Jamaica Scorpions is also scheduled for, is it today or tomorrow? Please, a lot. One in the two. But don't worry, the action is on Classic 105. So the final, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force against Guyana Jaguars, 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday. Classic 105.5, 105.9 will be carrying the game in all its glory. Ball by ball play tomorrow, please the Lord. All right, it is now 15 minutes on to 7 o'clock, which means it's time for us to get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms, we bring you highlights of last evening's newscast. Good morning, Grenada, on a good Friday. We'll be right back.
Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Sean Charles, says the turnout by people interested in taking the COVID-19 vaccine exceeds their expectations. He spoke to GBN on Thursday about the latest vaccination figures throughout the country. Details in this report.
Hundreds have been turning out to the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort every day since Monday, as government announced a week of mass vaccination targeted at frontline workers and workers in the tourism and hospitality sectors. The numbers have not only been evident in St. George, as the sister isle of Carriacou reflected same, as Grenadians search for answers to end the COVID-19 pandemic. Curious to know what the numbers have been like, GBN ventured down to the Radisson Resort Thursday to speak to Dr. Sean Charles, Acting Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health. Dr. Charles says the numbers have been impressive so far.
The numbers have been, frankly, beyond our expectation. On Monday, we vaccinated 255 persons here on the first day. On the second day, which is Tuesday, that number rose to 604. So we vaccinated 604 persons on Tuesday. On Wednesday, that number increased again. So on Wednesday, which was yesterday, we vaccinated 748 persons. So the demand has been sort of exponentially increasing. Carriacou has been pretty good as well. On the first day, they conducted vaccination only for 3 hours and they vaccinated 111 persons.
Questioned about the age range and characteristics of the people allowed to receive the vaccine, the acting CMO explained why the vaccine is not approved for children and pregnant women, adding that studies are ongoing to rectify both situations.
When these studies were done initially, it was done in persons 18 years and above. All right, so we do not yet have data for children. However, there is presently a study ongoing in the UK where they are giving the same AstraZeneca vaccine to children. The same goes for pregnant women. All right, because these were not populations that were included in the first study group, we do not yet have enough information to make a decision as to whether they should take it or not.
The cutoff number for vaccinated people in this instance is 3,000. This, as Grenada received 6,000 vaccines so far, which need to be administered on a 2-dose basis.
So remember, we got an initial batch of 6,000 vaccines. So we took the decision to make the first and second dose available for the first 3,000 persons. So once we arrive at that 3,000 mark, then we are going to hold. And then in 8 weeks, we will give those persons the second dose, so they will be fully protected. Now, we are hopeful that we will receive our allocation of vaccines, all right, or additional shipments of vaccines, so that we can continue, all right, beyond the 3,000.
Vaccination will continue as long as vaccines are available. The CMO says the next targeted recipients will be citizens 65 and older and people with underlying health conditions. For GBN News, Janelle McDonald.
Hard economic times equals prudent spending. This is the equation the labor movement in Grenada is supporting for citizens to use and follow as the COVID-19 pandemic continues. Jared Joseph has the details.
President of the Trades Union Council, Senator Andre Lewis, is recommending that workers, union members, and by extension Grenadians be more prudent in their spending. Senator Lewis says being financially educated and having the basic skill of budgeting is now even more relevant during this pandemic. He says our spending power is being greatly affected by the price increases on the international market, thus substitutes or alternatives are needed locally.
At the end of the day, one have to learn to be able to manage scarce resources, especially in trying times like now. So my advice to our members, not just our members, but to our workers and the people of Grenada as a whole, especially those who are most impacted by these challenges, that it is necessary right now to make a list of everything you spend on for at least the next month or so, and then go through that list and through the process of elimination, decide if there are things that you have been spending on that you could have avoided spending on.
The union leader says monthly budgets must become the growing trend for Grenadians.
That's one of the ways of helping to manage in a very organized and disciplined way. So that's just one of the suggestions. Do an audit of what you spend on, right? Ask yourself the question, could I have done without this? Or could I have used something else? And if the answer is yes, then proceed along that path. But you'll be doing it in an organized way.
Referencing the ongoing dispute between government and unions representing public officers over a 4% salary increase, he further strengthened the need for workers' increase at this time, saying the 4% salary increase may just assist people to maintain their standard of living. Government maintains that the impact of COVID-19 on the country's revenue cannot facilitate an increase at this time. Both parties are expected to return to the negotiating table in March. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Your child may be getting a nourishing meal thanks to the Rastafarian community who have been supplying local fruits and vegetables to schools throughout the country. The Rastafari Organization for Centralization is supporting the Zero Hunger Initiative in schools. Chrislina John reports.
The organization, which originates out of Lamore in St. Patrick, embarked on this initiative to coincide with Black History Month, observed during the month of February each year. The ROC believes that no child should go hungry, and one way of ensuring such is by supporting the school feeding program in schools on the island. Several learning institutions have benefited from food items grown on the farms of the Rastafarians. The latest beneficiary is the St. George's Anglican School.
Distributing this food here to Mr. Digale's school again to help the children in St. George's Anglican School, to help the children in the school feeding program again, and we hope this will take them a far way, and that's what we do all the time. We are farmers, so we get food from our own farm to feed the children. It's independent, and independent because it's from our own vineyard. It's what I work and plant, that's what I bring.
All produce is distributed free of cost. That was Sister Mutaro, member of the ROC. She says the gifts were all well received. Nigel DeGale, principal of the school, says this is a blessing to them. He says this also supports their drive in promoting the use of locally made snacks and juices on the school's compound, rather than carbonated or imported kinds.
And last year we had a gift from the Rastafari community, and it was food. And this year we get more food. So we are thankful because that would go a long way in helping to give the children a healthy meal every day as they pursue their education. School feeding program, we try to introduce and provide the meals that are, organic, homegrown. Of course, we use some of the imported stuff like rice and so on, but we give the children a lot of local foods, and this would help us in that drive to get the children to appreciate the local stuff and not the foreign, So coming from our own soil, we give thanks.
The ROC has also done distribution to schools on the sister isle of Carriacou. Chrislina John, GBN News.
The High Court on Thursday approved the appointment of 5 medical experts in a civil court matter involving Evan Smith, Donald Kavanagh, and Sarah Houghton. The matter, which dates back to June 2020, began when a dog owned by a Caucasian family was allegedly run over and killed by Evan Smith in the Fort Judy area in St. George. Details in this report.
Evan Smith's civil court matter, initiated from an alleged assault by an Irish couple in Fort Judy last June, was heard virtually on Thursday before Master Michelle Tibbles. The Smiths were represented by attorneys Dr. Francis Alexis and Derek Sylvester, while the accused Kavanagh and Houghton were represented by Arlie Gill. According to Sylvester, applications to appoint 5 medical experts were made and approved by the court, 4 on behalf of the claimants and 1 on the defendant's behalf. According to Sylvester, the matter is moving ahead expeditiously. As it stands now, Sylvester says a disclosure must be filed by April 30th, statements by May 31st, and a list of documents by June 15th, with further case management by July 13th, 2021, when a trial date should be set. A total of 28 witnesses will give their inputs as part of this case. The Kavanaghs are on bail in the amount of $10,000 each. The criminal aspect of the Smith's case were adjourned to July 26th. Christelina John, GBN News.
Officers attached to the Criminal Investigation Department in Carriacou arrested and charged Tarek Stanislaus, a 36-year-old laborer of Bellevue, South Carriacou, for the offense of rape. Stanislaus was accused of sexually assaulting a visitor to the island on February 18, 2020. He appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Monday and was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison. He will make his next court appearance on March 16th. After a year since the project commenced, the Happy Hill Bypass is expected to be completed by the end of March. The $1.6 million EC BNTF project connects two existing roads with the overall objective of creating access for residents who live and farm in the area. More in this report.
The Happy Hill Bypass Road, which began construction in February 2020, is nearing its completion date. The funding for the project came via the Basic Needs Trust Fund, BNTF, and was awarded to Gilbert and Partners Engineering. Construction supervisor for the project, Angelo Gilbert, describes the challenges they have encountered.
Yeah, we met a lot of boulders in the excavation process. Another problem was the weather. When the rain fell, the material made it impossible for trucks to come in. So that was the two main issues we had.
Gilbert also highlights work done recently and the workforce employed.
As of yesterday, we poured 170 feet of concrete pavement. We intend to pour again next week, another probably 200 feet. We have 19 workers on site most days. It ranges from masons to helpers to carpenters. Some of the workers came from this area. They came in as helpers, and according to their skills, they were promoted to masons and carpenters. We also have 2 female employees that does traffic control.
Project engineer with BNTF, Jason Williams, in September outlined the scope of work to be undertaken.
Upon completion, we have approximately 1,355 feet of reinforced concrete pavement, which you also have box drains on one side, a well slipper, and they're going to be retaining structures such as retaining walls, reinforced concrete retaining walls, and also in some areas you're going to be utilizing the rocks that are found in the area to create an embankment. Now, in mitigating some of the challenges, because it's a rocky area, some areas you'll have to actually somewhat pin the rocks, so that actually comes as an added benefits to the resident in terms of disaster management. So we're going to ensure, the contractor will ensure that all rocks are properly secured upon leaving the project.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Grenadians copped 5 awards in the Waste to Art competition. The competition was an opportunity for students and the general public to bring attention to the effects of pollution on marine life and seabirds while playing their part in contributing to a cleaner environment. The winners of the competition have been announced, and Trelana Charles has the details.
Environmental Protection in the Caribbean and the Science Initiative for Environmental Conservation and Education held their Waste to Art competition under the theme Amazing Seabirds, or Birds, or Islands, or Future. The contest was held on islands throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada within 4 categories: primary schools, secondary schools, tertiary schools, and adults. This competition was an opportunity for students and the general public to bring attention to the threat of marine litter to wildlife and showcase their creativity and knowledge about seabirds. At the same time, they contributed to a cleaner and healthier environment by removing plastics and other waste material from beaches and seabird habitats. A total of 26 online entries were judged by a panel of environmentalists, media personnel, and professional artists. First place in the primary school category was awarded to Kyle Salhab and Zariel Thomas of Grenada, who used styrofoam, wire, and newspaper to depict a seashore environment. Second place went to Alan Lomans of St. Vincent, who displayed a red-billed tropic bird. Secondary school winners were Anik Patterson of St. Vincent, who took first place with the piece Do Not Disturb, which demonstrated the danger to seabirds of eating plastic. And Janessa Durham of St. Vincent took second place and depicted a least turn. In the tertiary schools category, Dara Lewis from Grenada received first prize for a portrayal of the endangered black-capped petrel, followed by Hannah Francis and Nazara Cobb, also from Grenada, who received second prize for their submission showing a magnificent frigate bird flying over a fishing boat. The adults category for persons 18 and older was won by duo Rowena King D'Souza and Sheldon D'Souza of St. Vincent for the piece entitled Life Cycle of the Magnificent Frigate Seabird. Second place in this category was copped by Glenroy Games of St. Vincent, who portrayed the island of Batavia, which is a globally recognized important bird area for seabirds. The competition was funded by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the United States Agency for International Development, the Cape Cod Bird Club, and donors to environmental protection in the Caribbean. Trelawna Charles, GBN News.
A crisis over the supply of medical oxygen for coronavirus patients has struck nations in Africa and Latin America, where warnings went unheeded at the start of the pandemic, and doctors say the shortage has led to unnecessary deaths. Grenada has not seen an increase in oxygen demand due to its containment of the virus.
Oxygen was known to be the only element that supports respiration as early as the 1800s and was first used in the medical field in 1810. However, it took about 150 years for the gas to be used throughout medicine. In the early to mid-20th century, oxygen therapy became rational and scientific, and today, modern medicine could not be practiced without the support that oxygen offers. Medical oxygen is used to provide a basis for virtually all modern anesthetic techniques, restore tissue oxygen tension by improving oxygen availability in a wide range of conditions. It aids resuscitation and also provide life support for artificially ventilated patients as well as cardiovascular stability. In addition to its use in treating acute respiratory illnesses, oxygen treatment is required for the optimum management of many other conditions in adults and children. The COVID-19 pandemic has created an increase in the demand for oxygen worldwide, leading to shortages in some areas. Grenada, however, remained unscathed to the shortage, as it has not seen an increase in oxygen demand due to its containment of the virus. This was explained by Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles.
We have had our challenges with oxygen, but we source our oxygen from two different sources. We have a plant that had its issues. We source our oxygen from L&M here for many years, and to supplement, we also receive oxygen from Trinidad. That has been the way we have been approaching that for quite some time.
On the WHO list of essential medicines. In its guidelines, the organization emphasizes the importance of oxygen within the necessary package of providing care for the seriously. Grenada has had some issue with its oxygen plant, however, has been getting a steady supply from two other sources.
I wouldn't say that it has affected, because at the same time, we did not see a dramatic increase in oxygen demand, because remember, Grenada has so far not had a large COVID outbreak requiring mass hospitalizations, which would place additional demands for oxygen. So we have been spared that. So, we did not end up in a situation where in a dire situation, let's put it that way.
Although it is a treatment that is a basic requirement to save the lives of seriously ill patients, oxygen is rarely available in primary care facilities and is often lacking in many general hospitals. Joseph Kador, GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Prime Minister Keith Mitchell will have a live interview on Friday where he will address a variety of topics. On GBN's Good Morning Grenada radio program, the question asked was, if you had the opportunity to pose one question to the Prime Minister, what would that question be? Tonight, we'll listen to the responses of our online and listening audience.
Being very specific, where did the government get the money to settle the Grenada deal?
I will ask the Prime Minister, why is he treating the teachers and the workers of the union in this kind of promises that he promised them, and he wouldn't give to them what he have to give them. Give them what he have for them, Prime Minister. Don't let the teachers have to be begging you all the time for what they work for.
I will ask, why is all government assistance to the public politicized? Why is it only NNP supporters are considered the vulnerable persons in society?
I will ask him if he could give the senior citizens a little something, please.
But ask him when they would implement what was ratified, 2, in the Convention of the Rights for People with Disability, and start including persons with disability as a rightful part of society in all aspects.
I'll ask the Prime Minister about the status of the oil and gas. That has the potential to solve the economic woes.
Why didn't you consider using some of the money he paid to buy over the shares from Grenlick to give a second stimulus package, rather coming to ask poor people to help poor people? When will the health officials be coming to PT Martinique to give the vaccine?
How much of Grenada does China own? That's what I want to know.
I will ask the Prime Minister, when will they start working on the Molyneux Road? Western side people tired. What plans does he and his cabinet have for employment for students studying locally and abroad? Most of them, if not all, will like to assist in building the country.
That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN ISA lens.
As Sportsmax continues to celebrate Black History Month by honoring Black sportsmen and women, on Wednesday it featured Grenada's Olympic gold and silver medalist Kirani James on its Facebook page. The post states that James truly has made Grenada and the Caribbean proud with his achievements thus far. Black History Month is celebrated from February 1st to March 1st annually in the United States. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
We take a break, but still ahead, Fisher folk discuss conservation and eco-friendly construction projects to be implemented in the Grenville Bay area. Stay with us. The Grenada Union of Teachers Credit Union has become the first credit union in the Eastern Caribbean Central Union to be D-Cash ready. General Manager of the GUTCU, Ratisha Boyd, says they are thrilled to be the first credit union in the D-Cash closed pilot to be officially prepared to offer this new service. Details in this report.
Dcash is a digital version of the Eastern Caribbean dollar to be issued under the authority of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the ECCB. The GUTCU has been working closely with the ECCB on this project, which is set to transform the way business is conducted in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. General Manager of the GUTCU, Retisha Boyd, validated the credit union's readiness by completing a purchase of goods at the Foodland Supermarket, Kirani James Boulevard. Boyd says, according to a statement issued, they are thrilled to be the first credit union in the Dcash closed pilot to be officially prepared to offer this new service. As GUTCU leads in this innovation and drives change in the financial market, it is important that members have convenient and secure ways to do business. The project is still in its closed pilot stage. No word yet on when the service will be rolled out to the general public in Grenada and within the other ECCU member countries. George F. Huggins and Company Grenada Limited last week became the first company in history to carry out a financial transaction using the ECCB's digital EC dollar or Dcash. Dcash will allow users to pay or transfer money in real time with just a few simple steps. It is just one of the additional services that the credit union plans to introduce in the short term as it continues to focus on providing enhanced services and member satisfaction. Christelina John, GBN News.
Fisherfolk in the Big Parish had the opportunity on Thursday to discuss upcoming coastal conservation and eco-friendly construction projects to be implemented in the Grenville Bay area. Fisheries Minister and MP for St. Andrews Southwest, Yolan Bain Horsford, and Climate Adaptation Specialist at the Nature Conservancy, Neela Frederick, attended the meeting scheduled for 5 p.m. in Soubise. Projects to be implemented include a protected fair weather storage for boats and equipment, increased coastal vegetation for nearshore habitat, reduced erosion and filtered runoff, and improved areas for community gatherings. These projects will be implemented by the Fisheries Ministry in collaboration with the Nature Conservancy through the TNC's At the Water's Edge initiative.
We are all essential in the fight against COVID-19.
At Courts, we're doing our part and we encourage you to stay at home, stay safe and shop online at www.shopcourts.com.
For added convenience, our Courts online customers will receive free delivery and get up to 20% off televisions, appliances and homewares. Plus, if you shop with Ready Finance, you will pay nothing down for 60 days. Now, you can stay home, shop online, and save.
Remember, do the essential. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stop the spread.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform. Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
We understand it can be hard getting from the bus terminal to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium just to get your fresh fruits and veggies. But guess what? Your troubles are over. Enjoy a free bus shuttle from the bus terminal to the temporary market at the Kirani James Stadium
every Friday and Saturday until the end of March.
Let us buy local, eat local, and support our local market vendors.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere. GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
Grenada's Chief Medical Officer has ordered that all confirmed positive COVID-19 individuals, their contacts, and members of their household must remain in quarantine or isolation for 14 days. Anyone who fails to comply with this order will be in breach of the Public Health COVID-19 Regulations 2020 and is guilty of an offense. Upon summary conviction, that person will be liable to a penalty of up to $10,000. A message from the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. It is 22 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Those of you who need to get to work at 8, you have less than 40 minutes to do so on time. So if you're stuck in traffic, I hope you're not too far from the JOB. Those of you just joining us, happy to have you. Those who stuck with us, thank you for your patience. This morning, we're about to head into the showroom, and I have an artist joining me who is one of my favorite artists of all time. I'm trying to control my excitement. Those of you who come on to the program on a regular, you'll know this is one of my favorite theme songs to use for Good Morning Grenada. He is the artist behind my favorite song, 473, the reigning, the 2020 groovy monarch out of the sister isle of Carriacou. Mr. Golden is in the building. Good morning, Golden. I try not to grin, because I'm excited. I try. Wanna go?
Good. Grenada, good morning.
I hear the voice. Lost at trying to control myself. Thank you so much. I know you're usually up and out of the house to get to work early o'clock, so I am grateful that you're able to spend some time with us this morning, and we can get to know Mr. Golden a little more better. So thank you and welcome into the showroom.
So, it's a pleasure being here. I always hear about this lady playing my songs and bigging me up, and I never seen her before.
Well, you see, look, we meet. This is how we get to meet. I'm grateful. I'm so excited. So thank you and welcome. Let's start with the early stages of your career and into the music business. Tell me about the early stages of Mr. Golden, how you got into the music business, and the experience you've had over the past years.
Well, first of all, I started singing at a young age, but I must say I was a shy boy, like most folks who know me, most classmates knew I could sing, but I just didn't want to bring it out there too much. I just was behind the scenes. I said I seen this guy sing. I said, I know I could do that. I could do it. But at the brewery, I was a little bit timid, and in doubt. So I was like, if I have to do this, I have to do it the best. So I ain't doing it at all. And then one day, I went to the studio up in Expert Studios, and we were all young, like 2017 or whatever. And we went there, and then his dad heard me sing somebody's song, and he's like, who's singing there? And then he couldn't believe it was me. So he said, listen, there's something golden about that voice. People need to hear this. And then, the name didn't register at that time, so I used to call myself J Star. I used my second name. I said J Star. One day I'll be a star. And I still didn't think it was going to be golden. And then he had this event coming up, and he told me, people need to hear your voice, so come sing at the coconut bar and stuff. So I said, okay, I'll do the same song. And then when I started singing the song, literally like all the ladies ran to the front of the stage, and then the mic almost fell through my hands because I was so nervous. So that was the first experience which I had, at the early age, and I knew that, I have to do something more with this. And then we were searching for another name. I was like, nah, this J-style work, we need something. And then you remember that's it, golden, something golden about the voice. Like the note series is golden. So you know what? Golden, and then we changed it from golden to Mr. Golden, for better such references and stuff. And it's like, yeah, put a Mr. on that because you're getting good at it. And then I just took it from there and just build on it and developed on it, and took the good with the bad and just go with the flow. And here I am today.
And that was how long ago?
That was like 2013.
Okay, so about a good 7-8 years now. And how has the journey been? Just tilt up the phone a little bit. Sometimes I can't see your eyes. How has the journey been for the last 7-8 years in the business? I know you've won some Groovy Monarch titles, of course, and you continue to spill out the hits. How has the last 7-8 years been?
The last 7-8 years has been exciting because every year it's a new vibe, it's something new every time. Especially in the studio, like experts will be like, yo, I have a crazy idea, we should work on this. Or I have a mad idea, this should work on that. But when I travel, especially when I come back, I always have a different vibe, a different inspiration. So it's like, you see new things and you get new, you get a new sense of direction. So like always a sense of purpose, and it's always exciting to do something different and to keep the people intrigued and interested in what you're doing. So it has been exciting. And then for the past 4 years, I've won the title 4 times back to back. And then you had 1 year I stayed out, and then I came back and I won in 2018 and 2019, 2020. So it has been really good. And then the most important thing for me are people support me and my family, mean a lot to me. So I do it for them most times when I don't want to do it, and I see the vibe and I see the fire in the eyes, and they say, we had a year, they say, give us something. It's like everything that I said and I told myself that, I'll put you on the back when I go then, deal with the people, and every year, that's my last city. In fact, I just moving forward in music. And then, it's bigger and better things. So, also come from gold.
I can't wait. Do you have an idea of how many songs you've done during your career?
I think I have like 21.
Do you have a favorite?
I'd say Queen.
Why Queen?
Because it's kind of touchy. Like I lost my mother at an early age, and then certain parts of the song remind me of her so much. And then to see like the single parents, the single moms trying every day to like make, to see their kids get what they deserve and what they didn't have, and teaching them all what they've learned later and all the love that they couldn't afford to give to their child, their offspring. It's like this takes me back in so many ways to my sisters who tried, my friends, my cousins, all the ladies trying to do it alone. You're a queen in your own way, in your own rights. So, you gotta keep your head up and keep going and doing what to do. So Queen, I would say, is one of my favorite songs.
Okay, all right. It's one of my favorites too. So I like the explanation behind it, why it's one of your favorites. So okay, so now it's more favorite of mine. All right, fair enough. Talk to me about the people that you work with in your career. And when you link up with Expert, it's like a hit from day one. So how has it been working with the producers, different artists, not just on the sister album, but the mainland as well?
Well, one of the groovy songs that I won was done with Sandman and Wayne Green. Also Build the Vibes. I did a couple work with Peck Jones, big up Peck Jones. Always there for me when I call, especially when we have to do a EPC for the live bands and stuff. And then with Marshall up here again, it's always a different vibe. And I like, you have a studio which is home based, but then you go to other studio and you get a different vibe, and it don't sound like the same you have a different touch, a different edge, and you like, this has a different buzz, So it has been a good vibe, dealing with the 473 on a whole producers. And I get inspired, like I say, every time I travel. It's like sometimes I'm going on to record a song and it's like, so many things going through my head. The journey going to the studio, so many things flowing, and it's like when you get there, besides what you set out to do, you get so many different ideas. You hear a slang, you put it in somewhere, you see, it's just so many things to be inspired by in the lyrics. And I just take everything around me and put it in.
You're the groove man from Karakou. You have the voice for it. Any plans for power or a different genre, maybe reggae, gospel?
Yeah, well, for me, I don't want to say this, but for me, like, when I started, soca was not my first choice. It was more reggae, sort of R&B, because I never knew I would have been a soca dancer. I always thought I was going to do that. Or started with something else, but then you have to take your full force and to get out here, as they say, or boss out here, you have to give the people what they want, which is soca or, groove, as they say. So I just do what I got to do and fit in, but I would definitely like to do a power, something around the 160 range. And then reggae, well, I have a couple of reggae songs that I did. I have a music video with a reggae song that I did, but most folks probably didn't know that. And then I have an R&B song which I wrote plus my Christmas song. So I do different genre of music, but it's more on the forefront because Grenada is known for soca and mass. So I have to put that out there.
Well, I will have to go and look for the reggae. I never see the reggae. I'll be on.
Yeah, the reggae.
I'm gonna look for it just now. What's it called?
Searching for Love.
Searching for Love. All right, Blossom will be searching for love. What are your hopes and expectations, your dreams for your musical career?
Well, my hope is to get my music out there. I mean, I always say to myself, I really don't want to be famous, but if it comes, but I want my music to be out there, and I want it to touch people, and I want it to reach to the airs and let it be heard by people who can say, I can relate to that. Oh, I know how you feel. Oh, this words suit me. It was like when you're on the radio or you're walking, you're jogging, or you're people driving, on a bus commuting, and you hear the songs. It's like that guy talking about me. It was like, I can feel that, I can relate to that. That's my aim, I want to be successful at it, but the fame, you keep the fame really, because I'm not this type of guy that, begs for the fame. I'm cool with just getting the music out there and being successful at it and being, the significant person that does it. There's fame is everywhere and everyone knows you. And once you get lost of that unknown, you don't get it back. So, I just want to get it out there and be successful at what I do. But if the fame comes, it comes like complimentary. But it's not the main thing.
2021, unfortunately, COVID-19 has disrupted plans, including the cancellation of Kayak Mass 2021. Did that put a spoke in your wheel, or how much of a spoke in your wheel did that put?
How much of?
How much of a spoke in your wheel? How much did it disrupt your plans for 2021?
I was trying to hide it like it wasn't affecting me, but when the days come down, I was like, tonight I would have been performing in the show. Tomorrow I'll be going to watch Soca Mona. Saturday, wet and this and like it's that playing. I was like, nah boy, this thing got chill boy. I said like tomorrow the boat coming up around, groovy, mass in the place, Juve morning. I was like, this thing is inside of me. I was saying, it's okay man, I have work to do. And then when the time comes, it's like, God boy. That was a big spoof. An immediate flat.
I like that, an immediate flat. Were you preparing, or how far did you get in your preparation for 2021 to defend the title before you heard that Kayak Mass is no more?
Well, to be honest, I had my groovy song for competition since the year before the 2019. I had 2 songs which I was trying to choose. So it was not about me trying to prepare. I had the song and then here comes 473 and just destroyed my plans. So my groovy songs, my 2 groovy songs in which I was choosing to take part, which I didn't get to release, 473 just crushed everything. So I had all the concept, everything ready because I knew what I wanted to do. And then 473 came and said, all my plans are shattered or putting on the back one of this song. It was just done like a song with a vibe. And when you go to the studio and say, that's not the song, that's a song you don't have a vibe, but that's not the song, I have a groovy song. So wait till they hear me groovy song. And then everyone was like, wait. 473 have a boss. So I was like, wait, I didn't hear my groovy song yet. What? That is a groovy song here. Forget the other songs. I was like, whoa. I just did other people say. So I had stuff in place, and for me, like when we do the songs, You know, it's like I could always envision the performance behind the songs, and I could always envision what I'm going to do on stage, and I could always tell how it's going to be because I always have it in my head as I'm recording, as I'm performing. It's like, okay, so this is when this is going to happen, and that is when this is going to happen. So I write it with a story in my head, and I can act it out and depict it. So the script is always written already, you know? So I just have to put it down. Even for the intros of the song, it's like I always give a summary to say what it represents, so you can see what I'm talking about. Visualize it when you see it on the screen, and you say, oh, that's what you mean. This is what it represents, and that's what I depict. So I'm always trying to keep it like that. I'm always staying prepared when it comes to competition.
Nothing happens before its time. So even though it's 2019, you've had the song, 2022, it'll still be the bomb. Yeah. I could feel it. But 473, in truth, 473. I remember when Expert released the teaser on their Facebook.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that song. When I tell you I was waiting, because it just spoke to Grenadians. And it gave you the vibe of being proud to be Grenadian. So I was waiting for it, and then it came out just before Independence again. Listen to me, that song cannot get old. I'm telling you now, that tune is the bomb. It's the business. It's a pure vibe. Yeah, man. Yeah. So let's take a break, and when we come back, Golden is going to sing us any song he sings. I'll be happy about it. This is the showroom on Good Morning Grenada. We'll be right back.
Have you ever felt the need to give back to your vegetable or flower garden, lawn, potted plants, or planters? The Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority is pleased to introduce the new Home Garden Composter. A neat, efficient, quick and easy start to home composting. Get great value from your food scraps, grass, lawn clippings, paper waste and animal manure through home composting. When you do, you will be returning valuable nutrients to the earth rather than discarding at the landfills. Get started with a Home Garden Composter, now available at Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, and let your Home Garden Composter make your gardening dreams come true.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. We're speaking with the reigning groovy monarch on the sister Isle of Carriacou, Mr. Golden, and it is now time for him to take the mic and sing whichever song that his heart desires on this fantastic Friday.
So we'll do a cappella first, and then you can push to the 473. So the ladies of Grenada, Carriacou, and PC Matnik goes like this. See all eyes on you, ladies from afar. You shine bright like the stars, oh yeah. All eyes on you. Grenada have a lot of queens. You shine from deep within. See, oh. Good and you're nice for years. Show off all your ways. You've been working so hard. Take a little time off. But let me hit the club now. Take some shots and free up. Oh, let your head down, girls. Show off your beauty. Tonight we're gonna turn it in a movie. Yeah.
Oh, good. Listen, let me calm down. Let me calm down. I'm really excited. You don't understand it. You really don't understand. I just love your music. Yeah, I love your music. All your songs, hits.
Smile what a million and more.
I can't wait. 473 now.
Yeah. So we not getting rid of we waste. Yes. We just for all that we days. All year. Who does matter the party? 4-7 chase out to let them know it. We represent 4-7. Who's the body's passing? 4-7 chase, them not crazy like where. Cause we from 4-7. Cause what? Popping out thing we in there. And when it comes to fetting, we don't play. You see, it's fet till we stay. Promoter and police can't away. I say we go hype it up whenever my crew link up. Cause we bring the vibes, we bring the light, we bring the everything. Plus some session can bad without we have different energy. Ask anybody who does matter the party. I tell you it's 4-7, the national law. Something nowhere. We represent 4-7. Who's the body's passing? Grenada 4-7 straight. Them no pretty like where. All you, dig up on yourself.
I love it. 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 Boy, you have it. You have it on lockdown. What's next for Mr. Golden?
What's next? I'm honestly going to say this on air. I plan to do like 75% to 80% of my songs. I would be releasing them with a visual. No more releasing songs and no face without the name and the name without the face, vice versa. I want people to know who's bringing it out there. I want you to see what I'm bringing to the table and I want you to understand it. So if you can't hear, you will see. You understand?
I like that.
It just moves on different. I don't want to say everything, but it's just doing it on a different level. And you know the new norm is like everything is online, so you have to make use of the internet and social media, you know, in every way. You know, everyone is being discovered and being given the opportunity to do what they have to do. And that platform is so grand. And if you keep pushing, one day somebody will see, you know, what I can do and try to invest more in what I can bring to this market, you know, get me out there on a different level. But for now, it's just persistence.
Do you have collaborative dreams and artists that you want to work with, whether it's local or foreign?
Honestly, currently, I'm leaving like 60% of that dream because I'm currently working with 3 artists which I always wanted to do a song with. So
you can name them. You can name them.
I'll name 2. Lead Pipe from Barbados and Dash from Grenada.
Lies. You and Dash?
And I can't wait for them to hear that song. Oh my gosh.
Those 2 voices coming together. Listen to me. Listen to me. Those 2 voices coming together. You and Dash?
And you know we started singing around the same time.
You see how things work out? You see?
We both have 5 movie drums.
Right. You see? That's so destiny.
Check it out. It's something like it has been a long time coming, and I always told them the bar. I was like, yo, man, the bar. I always wanted to sing with you. I was like, I always wanted to do a tune with you. I was like, brother, link up. And the way the song came about was so I never see that before with me. It was so easy to do it. It's like we had a vibe going on, so it wasn't hard at all to put words together and handle it. All right.
When thing had to happen. I can't wait to hear it. How soon you think it may come out?
I told you guys, I said it's going to be good.
How soon that collaboration may come out?
Real soon. I want it to be a surprise, though.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'll wait patiently. Yeah. You also have I call it a 8 to 4 a day job. How does that hinder or help your music career?
Well, for me, it's a win-win because I'm flexible. I'm self-employed, and I do contracts at the marina, so I know the time in which I would take to do a project. and then I know when I have to travel, and I know how I schedule my studio time. And then I still also have my band, which I perform with on sometimes weeknights and weekends. So I just manage my time efficiently, and then I know how to go through the loops. But for me, I'm glad that I have a job which I can be flexible and which I can still do what I love, and I love both of them. So I don't want to leave one out for one until the time comes when they have to part. But for now, it's going well because goodness, and thank God for the skill and the ability that I have to do what I do. I can still do that without, having to depend on music to pay my bills. So.
You love them both and you'll do them both until time comes, but let's say time comes tomorrow, please the Lord, and you have to pick. Which one you're picking?
You'll be jealous, but I have to do what I have to do. The time comes when I have to finish that side of my life, because I promised myself to do it for so long and then it's a stepping stone to get to something else. But I would never, forget what I can do. So I will just do it until the time comes, and that's what pays for the music and all the stuff. So, I balance it and I give thanks to that.
Give thanks. Golden, I want to thank you so much for stopping by the showroom this morning. Any final words, what we can expect from Golden for 2021, 2022 and beyond?
First of all, I would like to thank all of you who support me. Most importantly, thank you Almighty for the ability and the talent and the inspiration that it gives me every living day to get up and strive and be a better person. Like I say, to the fans, for second and third, to the fans. So support me and wait patiently and anxiously for me to release a song and push it and forward it to new airs and to get it out to the different diaspora. For the future, like I said, I would be doing more visuals and I would be trying to do more shows out of my comfort zone and accept different gigs where I can, break into a different barrier of people. I can handle it from a different standpoint and show them what I can do and give it a fair try, as they say, and not halfway in, halfway out. Not sure if I'm going to do it, so I'm going all in. So just stay tuned, new things in store, different collaborations, a different side of Golden, and a lot of things too much. I don't want to say too much, but thanks for listening. Big up yourself for representing Golden and making it the team, so I can see that smile since I come on the line.
Since you come and Grenada. You mentioned a different side of Golden. Do you ever think of getting crazy when you perform? Like on a kind of, super flying Flint kind of level?
No.
Not that extreme.
that wouldn't be me, but sometimes I think I should be a little more, more vibrant, the soca thing, but I'm so careful about how I put out myself, and I just want to be who I ought to be and who I'm supposed to be. I don't want to do too much things out of my element. It's like, hey, yeah, but sometimes it could be a good thing, but not too much to go overboard and say,
Understood.
But big up everybody supporting Golden, big up Big Cat, massive, from north to the south, big up all the people who support me. We Golden 24/7, she crew the Southside crew, big up Expo Studio, all the producers doing it, fighting it, big up all the artists locally, representing the Trinidad state. Big up everyone from our whole support good music from Grenada. Once we get the chains of bondage from COVID off our hands, we'll be back in the streets and doing it big again and better. But until then, we have to be safe and to be sorry. So, we're waiting patiently for the time when we let loose again and, come out of this bondage. So, until then, everybody has to keep the faith and show love to each other.
Agreed. Golden, thank you so much. Bless up your whole self. Continue doing what you're doing. And I expect great things, as always, from Mr. Golden. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
A pleasure, trust. Have a good day. That's the reigning groovy monarch on the sister Isle of Carriacou, Mr. Golden. Thank him so much for stopping by the showroom. And we're going to end the program here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Since Golden come and Grenada, what happened in here? I tell all, he's one of my favorite artists. I love his music. He always has hits. Check him out on YouTube. All or most of his songs are on YouTube. I'm going to look for the reggae, Searching for Love, to hear what that song is. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. We are Remember, we have the BBC's 8 a.m. newscast, as well as the Prime Minister's live interview scheduled for 9 a.m. The interview will be carried live on Classic 105, as well as GBN TV and GBN social media platforms from 9 a.m. Again, I am not sure who is conducting the interview, but hopefully we can get most, if not all, of the answers that we seek from issues or matters of national importance. Again, there's no to the point this morning as we facilitate the broadcast of the Prime Minister's live interview from 9 a.m. Have yourselves a safe and productive Friday. Enjoy the weekend. COVID-19 protocols in full effect. Continue to be COVID-19 smart. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive and drink. Don't text and drive. Don't drive and text. Don't walk or drive and litter. And remember, today is Skip the Straw Day. I think it's an important day that we should all observe. Have yourselves a good day, everybody. Bye. Bye.